Welcome to this presentation on how to write the CIPD Level 5 questions for 5CO02 assessment for 2025-26. You can visit our website by clicking on link provided in comment sections or chat with us on WhatsApp on clicking link to get best expert help. You will find how to write this question in this video. Kindly subscribe us to and message us on. Ethical decision making is critical for Technivara as the organization prepares to expand after 16 consecutive years of growth. While the company has been successful under Bill Swanke's traditional leadership style, expansion into competitive sectors such as medical, automotive, and electronics requires more structured and transparent decision-making processes. Currently, people practices are paper-driven and lack robust data analysis, which increases the risk of subjective or inconsistent decisions. Ethical frameworks provide structured ways to assess what is right, fair, and beneficial for the organization and its stakeholders. By adopting ethical perspectives, Sue Young and the People Practice team can present stronger, evidence-based recommendations to the board. This ensures decisions are not only legally compliant but also morally responsible, sustainable, and aligned with modern workplace expectations. Embedding ethical thinking into strategic planning will support long-term growth, employee engagement, and corporate reputation. Utilitarianism is an ethical perspective based on achieving the greatest good for the greatest number of people. In the context of Technivara, this approach would encourage leaders to evaluate decisions by considering their overall impact on stakeholders, including employees, customers, suppliers, and shareholders. For example, investing in digital HR systems may initially require financial outlay and staff training, but if the long-term outcome improves efficiency, reduces errors, and enhances employee experience, the overall benefit outweighs short-term discomfort. This perspective aligns closely with evidence-based practice because it relies on measurable outcomes and data to assess impact. Sue could use utilitarian reasoning to persuade Bill and the board that modernizing people practices will improve productivity, reduce risk, and support sustainable expansion. By focusing on collective benefit rather than maintaining tradition, Technivara can make strategic decisions that strengthen organizational performance and competitive advantage. Applying utilitarianism at Technivara would involve evaluating people management decisions based on measurable organizational benefit. For example, transitioning from paper-based systems to digital HR software would allow the people practice team to collect accurate workforce data, track performance trends, and identify skills gaps. While some employees may initially resist change, the long-term advantages include improved transparency, reduced administrative workload, and better informed talent decisions. Utilitarian thinking would also support fair and structured recruitment and promotion processes, ensuring that decisions are based on objective criteria rather than personal preference. This reduces bias and enhances trust across the workforce. Additionally, performance management systems could be standardized and evaluated through clear metrics, ensuring alignment with company growth goals. By consistently assessing whether decisions maximize overall organizational value, Sue can demonstrate that evidence-based practice is not simply modernization, but a strategic necessity for sustainable expansion. Deontological ethics focuses on following moral principles and duties regardless of outcomes. This perspective emphasizes fairness, consistency, and adherence to established rules. At Technivara, this approach is particularly relevant given the need to modernize people practices while maintaining ethical integrity. For instance, recruitment, disciplinary actions, and promotions should follow clear, documented procedures to ensure equal treatment of employees. This reduces the risk of discrimination claims and protects organizational reputation. Deontological thinking reinforces the importance of compliance with employment legislation and industry standards, particularly in sectors such as medical and automotive manufacturing where regulatory expectations are high. Sue can use this perspective to demonstrate that evidence-based practice is not only about performance improvement, but also about fulfilling moral and legal responsibilities. By embedding consistent policies and documented processes, Technivara can strengthen governance, reduce risk, and build a culture of accountability and trust. Both utilitarian and deontological ethical perspectives can be combined to strengthen decision-making at Technivara. Utilitarianism ensures that decisions generate measurable organizational benefit, while deontology guarantees fairness, consistency, and compliance with rules. Together, these frameworks provide a balanced and persuasive approach when influencing Bill and the board. Sue can present workforce data, risk assessments, and performance metrics to demonstrate positive outcomes, while also highlighting the organization's duty to employees and regulatory bodies. This dual perspective reduces resistance to change by framing modernization as both strategically beneficial and ethically necessary. As Technivara prepares for expansion, ethical decision-making will become increasingly important to maintain stakeholder confidence and competitive positioning. By embedding evidence-based and ethically grounded people practices, the company can transition from traditional approaches to a forward-thinking model that supports innovation, growth, and long-term sustainability.